And we're back playing more Slay the Princess just to catch up on everything in the first 2 episodes. We are meeting new princesses from different timelines and bringing them all to this unknown entity of a creature so that they can create what I'm assuming is the perfect being. Still unsure of the plot, but we found 2 princesses so far. One was known as the Damsel, and the other one was a lot more cold, a lot more logical in her reasoning, and a little bit sadistic. So who knows what we're going to find this time? Let's get on together. Let's find out. This is Slay the Princess. Thanks for joining.
You're here to slay her.
We can skip a lot of this. Because it is the start. We know these. Turn around and leave. Let's try that.
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
If you're persistent, I definitely know where I'm going. Nope. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. The cabin. I'm not going to the cabin. I definitely know where I'm
Somehow
going.
I doubt that, but fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Hell
Ignore
yeah,
that
hero.
Annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
You son of a
How
bitch.
convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Turn around again and leave again.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish, if you ask me. I've already outlined the stakes of the situation. If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Oh well. You're not emotionally blackmailing me into doing this. I don't care. I'm not killing a princess. Great option. Maybe everyone should die. It's what they get for dumping me in the woods and asking me to kill someone for them. You know what? I like
When I
that.
said everyone, I meant everyone. That's a pretty large group to just condemn to death over a single princess. And, last I checked, you're part of everyone too, so if you think about it, walking up to that cabin and slaying her is really in your best interests as well.
Nah.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
And right back to the cabin.
Oh, look at that. You're at the cabin again. Now, I'm not normally one for superstition or astrology, but I have to say, it seems like the universe itself is doing its best to bring you to your fated confrontation with the princess.
Okay. Oh yeah? Well, I guess I start walking in a different direction. Again, in fact, I'm going to just keep trekking through the wilderness until I find a way out of this place. Yeah.
There's always a choice. Let me tell you right now that you're making the wrong one for pretty much everyone who has ever lived, as well as for everyone who ever will. And here we go. As you trudge into the woods, something strange starts to happen.
Oh, shit. Oh! That's crazy!
At first, it's little flickers out of the corner of your eyes. Glimpses of familiar wooden structures through the leaves.
What is happening to the music?
But as you focus on your surroundings, you start to realize that those flickers weren't just a trick of light.
What the fuck?
In every direction, there is a path and a cabin. And not just a cabin, the cabin. An infinite fractal of paths and cabins desperately trying to draw you back to where you need to be. Wait, what's going on? But you're too stubborn for that, aren't you? It doesn't matter how many
I'm
paths
blown
or
away right now.
cabins appear around you, you're just going to do whatever you can to shirk your responsibility because you care more about irritating me than you do about the fate of the world. You've doomed us all, you know that, right? But of course,
I'm seriously stunned.
otherwise you wouldn't just wander off into the forest in search of certain death. You lose track of just how long you spend aimlessly tromping through the wilderness, but it's not like any of that time spent lost in the woods really matters, because it isn't long before the world ends and everyone dies. You're on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is a cabin.
So I
In
just...
the basement of that cabin,
What
is a
happened?
princess.
So I literally just refused to go so much that she escaped and the world ended. Okay.
You're here to slay her.
Okay, no. You know what? I love that. Okay, no.
Don't you start grandstanding about morals. The fate of the world is at risk right now, and the life of a mere princess shouldn't stop you from saving us all. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. I don't know. I think it's more fun if he knows.
Contrarian!
He's like a captive audience. The entire world ending wasn't enough to get rid of us. I don't think there's much he can do other than object. I wonder what else we can do to ruin his day. If by ruining my day, you mean ruining everyone's day forever, then yes, I suppose there are plenty of ways.
Oh, this is gonna be a fun one.
The world really did end last time, didn't it? We should be careful. For all we know, we just got lucky. The world hasn't ended yet, and you are never going to slay her with that attitude. Stuff those pathetic little voices to the back of your mind and stay focused on the task ahead.
Okay. Those walls weren't here last time. You can't just force me to go to the cabin. That's really good. Yep. Okay. Head to the cabin now, where I'm definitely gonna slay that princess. If I can't run away from the cabin, I'm just staying here in the woods forever. Yeah.
You have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
What does that mean? What? She's in on it. Okay.
You know I can tell when you're lying, right? Please take this seriously. I am begging you. A warning before you go any further. She will lie.
No.
If we're stuck going in there, maybe we should believe her. Maybe she isn't a liar.
I love that it creates a personality based on me being a dick.
Ignore him. He's just being difficult for the sake of it. Let's keep an open mind.
Go inside. What's the inside look like this time?
The cabin interior is wrong. A confusing patchwork of many cabin interiors.
Oh, that's messing me up.
Almost the same space.
Oh, I don't like that.
An inch here, a foot there, such that the seams are never quite visible enough for the place to make any
That's
sense.
really cool. That's so cool for the effect that happens. What the fuck?
The only furniture of note is a plain table, its legs all the wrong lengths. Its material devoid of feature.
Oh, I hate it, but I love it
Perched
so
on that
much.
table. The blade is your implement. If he wants us to take it, maybe we should just leave it to collect dust, or better yet, grab it and throw it out the window.
Let's
Good
try
thing a
that.
knife
Let's
ain't
try
a
that.
world-ending monstrosity anyway. No, we're taking the knife. Have you seen this place? We have literally no idea what to expect and no idea.
Honestly, I'm kind of on team knife grab this time. This is fucked up.
I've already told you what you're dealing with. You're dealing with a princess. How many times do I have to it? You can't just say that. And when everything here is so wrong. Listen to me. My job is to describe facts as facts and to guide you through your job.
Oh, I
which is to
hate
slay
this.
the princess and through that action save the entire world. And if you're going to slay her, you cannot let fear creep into your heart. You cannot lose yourself before you even get to her. Oh, ho, ho, ho. You've piqued my interest.
Contrarian gets loud.
If we lose ourselves, nothing, because you're going to pull yourself together. Just ignore the stressful geometry and stay calm.
Ignore the panic attack that's happening on screen.
How? Even if we closed our eyes, you're constantly describing it to us. I'm not going to stop doing my job, so you're just going to have to get better at yours. And quickly, if you don't mind. Yes, take a deep breath. I'm all for getting under his skin, but we'll miss out on loads of fun if we shrivel up into a ball and go insane the first time we see something weird. What you're seeing here is obviously real. Just accept it and go with the flow. It
Okay.
really isn't
Yeah,
hard.
sure.
Okay, Okay, I'm fine. Good. Now, whenever you're ready, we're all waiting for you to complete a very important task.
Bless me. Okay. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall.
We always say hi to the mirror.
Or at least it'll be him.
Wipe the mirror.
You reach forward
Wall.
and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know that there was a mirror, and now it's gone. You know that taking the mirror away from us isn't going to change things, right? We'll find it again, and then we'll see whatever it is that you don't want us to see.
Hell yeah. Alright, I'm taking the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
No intention to save the world,
Okay,
however.
Fine, you took the knife, but you really shouldn't hold it like that. Then how are we supposed to hold it? The other way, thumb at the bottom. It'll look much cooler and more serious if we hold it with our thumb at the bottom.
I get what there's.
It really doesn't matter how you hold the blade, as long as you have it. Just make a choice.
Hold the blade the other way.
Switch your grip on the blade. Congratulations. Yes! Isn't this so much better?
Actually me. Yes.
Okay, fine. You're right. This does look a lot better. It really doesn't matter. Just get on with it and deal with the princess already.
Throw the blade out the window? Hell yeah.
Ah, yes! Do it! Seriously. You throw the blade at the window,
It's so
while
good.
showering the cabin as your weapon flies out into the night. I suppose you'll just have to deal with the princess without it. We'll be fine, don't worry about it. What's the worst that could happen? The world ends. Been there, done that. I'm not so sure. This place is already messing with my head. It would be much better if we had a weapon. What's done is done. Good luck, hero.
Alright, let's do it. What's the princess look like this time?
The door to the basement opens,
Okay.
revealing a web of branching staircases all built from unidentifiable materials.
Uh-huh.
Nothing here seems to belong, and the closer you examine your surroundings, the more confused you get, your head throbbing with the effort of making sense of this place. None of the stairs even seem to go anywhere, let alone down. The air here has a sickening, almost sludge-like miasma to it, the kind of indiscernible quality that comes from the blending together of every scent there is at once. An odour that is simultaneously everything and yet the sum of it all coalescing into a thick, nauseating nothing.
Yeah, for sure.
If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favour. Her voice, a disquieting collage of tone and personality, drags up the stairs.
Hello? Hi. What are you doing here? Are you here to kill?
No, thank you.
Yeah, I'm gone. I'm out.
Oh,
Fuck
don't
it.
be
No, I
such
don't
a
want to be here. No,
baby.
I'm done.
I don't want to do this. Let's just turn around and leave.
Yeah,
This
I'm
feels
out.
wrong. This feels like a trap. Like whatever we do, we're gonna die. We don't even have a weapon. But we already tried turning around and leaving, didn't we? And he threw up a wall. No way to go but forward. And whatever choice we make, whatever she is, we know one thing for sure. And what's that? That the fate of the world hinges on your success? There'll still be plenty of ways to ruin his day.
Hell yes. Okay. Take the harsh stairs to the left.
You step to the left. The path is cruel against your feet, the impact of each step sending pulsing vibrations up your legs, until there's nothing left in them to feel. The air around you grows cold the further you progress. At first a barely noticeable drop, quickly evolving into a numbing cold.
Mm-hmm.
Your toes feel like blocks of ice, your breaths puff out in clouds of condensed vapor. You shudder against it as you continue down the stairway, losing yourself in the bone-deep chill.
And I just die?
You slowly lose sense of yourself the further you go. Time disappears, and you can feel yourself begin to untether.
Oh my god, that's cool.
Physical sensations dull and vanish, until the only things experienced are the endless repeating patterns and emotions of the journey, a continuous march forward to a destination long forgotten. Consumption and betrayal, skepticism and blind devotion, rivalry and submission, terror and longing, pain and unfamiliarity. And at the heart of it all, an emotion that can only be described as... What the hell was that?
I'm sorry. No. What did she just say? Are you just gonna stand? No, she said something. Oh, are you just gonna stand there? Okay.
I feel so strange. Like I'm fundamentally different, but also still the same person I was at the top of the stairs. Oh well, that was a trip, but now it's over. Time to get back to our old devilish ways.
I don't know anymore, Contrarian. Honestly, I'm a little scared.
The princess, eyes bright but otherwise shrouded in darkness, watches you impatiently from the other side of the basement. Don't forget why you're here. And why are we here again? In case you weren't listening, I'm afraid I lost myself on the way down. You're here to... He's just
being an ass. We remember. Though I'm still not sure if we should trust you. Let's talk to her for a bit, try and get our bearing. Yes, I don't believe she's normal, but let's figure this out. I didn't realize I was here. What's your name? Getting down here was weird, like I was pulled apart and put back together. For all I know, you're locked up down here for a reason. You're apparently a threat to the world I was sent here to slay. I want to know, it felt like I was getting pulled apart.
What, like you need me to hold your hand to tell you everything's okay? You're not really cut out for this, are you? Why are you even here?
Such a good question. Don't know, don't want to be.
We're probably stuck down here forever, aren't we? There's no way out, and barely a way in.
As the princess speaks again, it's almost as if she fractures.
Oh, that's
Where there
fucking
was once
cool!
just one of her, there is now another. We can do that? I don't like this. It's those cabins all over again. Can we put her back? You said you'd been here before, right? What exactly happened last time? Does it matter? Yes, it matters. But I'm not going to waste any more time prying out details if you're going to be so irritating about it. It seems to me like you saw something you weren't supposed to have seen. If only you'd listened to whatever words of wisdom you were given in that other reality. But what's done is done, isn't it? Whatever you saw last time, unsee it. Whatever thoughts weaseled their way into your head, unthink them. If it's not already too late. You have a job to do here, and you need to do it now. Ooh, new plan. Let's see if we can make even more of her.
Honestly, I don't even know. Okay, what's your name?
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty.
Okay, so this is the one I know.
Do, really.
I've seen this one
It
before.
doesn't matter. I've been down here for so long. What's the point of a name if there's no one around to use it?
This one's new to me. Okay. I'm getting you out of here. I don't know what you are, but I can't trust you. I can't trust anything here. Regretfully think about the time you threw the blade out the window. You're apparently a threat to the world.
And do you believe that? Do you think I'm some sort of monster?
Everything you've heard about me is true, and I'm going to lay waste to everything, starting with you.
I don't think we're going to be able to put her back.
Oh my god.
Kind of hurts to think about it, doesn't it? It's like everything we say just multiplies her. It certainly looks
Let's
like
keep
it.
multiplying
So
her.
For the love of everything, stop asking her questions and stop stalling. You're obviously just making things worse.
Let's make it more worse. If I let you out of here, what are you going to do?
I don't think what I'd do really matters, does it? I could tell you that I'd lead a quiet life in the woods, or that I'd open an orphanage, or that I'd do any other number of good things that I'm sure you think you want to hear. Besides,
You already know what I'm going to do.
if you want to put an end to me, then put an end to me.
Not a single real answer.
This is crazy.
At least aside from Miss Blood and Destruction, it's infuriating, isn't it? Whose buttons are there for us to press? Whose skin is there for us to get under? Not exactly how I'd put it, but I don't disagree. There must be something we can do. Asking questions just seems to make things worse. Okay, this was fun for a bit, but we can't even really interact with her, can we? What's the point of asking questions if all we're going to get is a million answers?
Fun. It's fun. Because it's
I
fun.
can't even follow what's going on anymore. We need to get
I
out
want
of
the
here.
last one.
This whole place is making me itch.
How each picture is overlapping each other is just so great. There's more of you now.
And what's that supposed to mean? Are you trying to get under my skin? I don't feel like I've gotten any bigger.
Oh, that's not what I meant.
It must be fear creeping into your heart.
You know you can't stop me.
Do you need help? Not that there's much I can do, all chained up like this, but I'm the only one down here. So if you need anything, I'll do my best.
She fractures again.
This is crazy. This is fucking crazy. I'm gonna just, don't mind me.
I don't like where this is going. Neither do I. Which is why you need to slay her now before things get more complicated than they already are. How would we even do that? Where would we start? We could always start by retrieving the blade.
And we threw it out the
The
window.
one he made us throw out the window. I wasn't the one who threw it. Oh, come on, you told us to. Don't try to pass the blame now that it's come back to bite us.
In your defense, it was very funny.
Well, if I'd known we'd be dealing with this, maybe I wouldn't have been so hasty with my suggestions. This is reaching its breaking point. If you don't act now, there will be nothing in here but her. Take a deep breath and focus up. You can do this. But how do we decide what to do? Can there even be a right choice when all of them are so different? Stop. overthinking it. Your drifting thoughts have clearly been part
Yeah,
of
I don't
the
know-
reason
I don't
this
know how to
situation has
solve
gotten
this.
out of hand. If you're trying to do the right thing, there's only ever been the one option, and that option is slaying her.
I'm worried about what this one will do to me if I try to slay her. Because these all look like they're hiding a secret, and this one isn't, and that's way scarier.
Just do something. Do anything. Do all of it, if that's what you want. This place is hell, and it's only getting worse.
Okay, well I only have the one option.
Wait, that's not right. Go on. You take a step forward. Your foot lands, but it lands different. You experience a firm footfall, a gentle tread, a confident stride. You can feel yourself rupture. The room spins, your perception multiplying in a sickening kaleidoscope as your very self is pulled in incomprehensibly many directions. You find the blade suddenly in your hands. All at once you use it to strike at her bindings as you remain upstairs and slay her and leave her to languish alone.
What is happening?
Is this what the end of the world looks like? What an unbearable mess.
This is awful.
But this... we can't... Do you not have anything witty to say?
What the fuck?
Could use a good bit of wit right now. No, I don't, because this isn't fun. How are we supposed to have fun if everything is happening at the same time? It's the same as nothing happening, and nothing is excruciating. Luckily for all, nothing and everything doesn't go on forever. The world and the princess collapse in on themselves before it all falls apart. I think he's gone. We were never going to salvage this, were we?
No, I don't think so.
What happened to us? What are we? There are parts of us that are dead, and others, they just don't fit.
Uh-huh.
We can feel them moving around in spaces they don't belong. It's all so uncomfortable. Did you do this? Did we do this? Can you pull us back apart? Fix us?
I want to try.
We should help her. I think we did this.
I can guarantee you we did this.
How surprisingly sincere. I didn't actually think our actions had consequences. It's a little late for regret, isn't it?
Please.
Okay, I don't think you're supposed to be fixed. No, you just destroyed everything. I'm not going to fix you. I'll do my best. Nope. Oh, shit. Oh, she just took the almaga-princess. When everything is possible, nothing is. You'll never know if she hears you reply. She's gone. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
The same thing we
It's
did
so
last
bad.
time.
Yeah, don't look at it. I don't like that thing.
It's gonna be nice.
Okay.
Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've withered? Oh no. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
I am a growing chorus of contradiction, a mass of tides ebbing and flowing all at once in more directions than my attention can bear to hold. To look at any one is to shift them all into something new, and to look away is to reshape them yet again.
Okay.
All of me is changing, and yet the rest of me is still the same.
It doesn't matter how many times I go back, at least one of us always hurts the other. Doesn't that change you? Doesn't that make you worse?
It changes me, but it doesn't make me worse, nor does it make me care for you any less. Does it make you worse? Do you resent me?
If anything, it makes me like you more. I don't know what that says about me. No, not really. It all seems so distant as soon as I'm near you. I have no opinion one way or another. I want to stop it all. Yes, you're torturing me. I hate it, and I think I hate you. I have no opinion one way or another on the matter.
How strange of you to ask me then.
What do you think of this vessel?
These ones are a contradiction, a winding kaleidoscope of paths and wall. They are stretched into a shape not unlike me, but it is a shape they cannot hold. They will make for a rich and vibrant heart. Do not mourn them, for they will finally get to know themselves.
I don't know what you're gonna get out of this, but hey, happy you have them. Do you know what happens to the worlds we leave behind?
My perspectives are shadowed. You have seen what I have seen, just as I have seen what you have seen. The angles of my vantage do not offer me hidden truths, and my attention is turned inward, except when you are here with me.
Fair enough.
Perhaps this will change when our work is done.
You can't be a contradiction. Contradictions don't exist.
And yet my
Untrue.
waters flow and my streets bustle. There are no words that can describe me into non-existence. There is no logic that can bind my multitudes. I am everything that you have known me to be, but I am also none of it.
Do you still not care what I bring you next?
I care about your gifts, but I have no preferences to burden you with. Even if I did, I would never dare to tarnish our relationship by assuming myself above you.
What a lovely thing to say. I'm ready to go back. I'm not really worried about the rest of it. I'm ready.
I will be here when it is time for us to meet again.
Everything goes dark, and you die. Oh,
You're on a path. You're
All
here
right.
to.
here we are. We know all of these answers. We know if we explore a lot, we can do some things. Oh, okay. Thanks for telling me what to do. Let's just go to the cabin. We're gonna do some
you
more
make your
talk.
way up the short path to the cabin.
It's nighttime.
You'll find the princess within. We're not going to go through with this, right? Ignore him. He doesn't know what he...
Proceed to the cabin. There weren't stars before. It was never at night.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air
Or
is
am I just
stale
wrong?
and musty. The blade is your...
Explore, take the blade,
You take the blade from the table.
go in the basement.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing
Okay, we know this line.
carried.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. Don't let it fool you. It's
Okay,
all
I think
part-
this is similar to the one I had the first time.
Oh, it's been so long since anyone's come down here. I was starting to think they'd forgotten about me.
You walk down the stairs.
Yeah, see, this is more
lock
slick
eyes
back.
with the princess. There's a heavy chain. She's so coldly beautiful. Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
Yeah, you caught me. I'm here to slay you.
That isn't a good idea. Just drop the knife, and maybe the two of us can talk things out.
She's right, we shouldn't. We should just drop the blade. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
So this
Maybe she
time,
really
I'm gonna
isn't.
bring the blade with.
Killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
Tighten my grip.
You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening as you steel your resolve.
Oh? No talking then? Fine. What even makes you think you can kill me?
This one's a little more hardcore.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
I want to find out what she can do.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. End this.
What if she isn't bluffing? What if she kills us?
You go into this expecting to die. You're going to die.
A fair, you know what? That's a great, yeah.
Hesitating? Why don't you drop the knife and the two of us can be civilized with each other?
I'm not dropping the blade.
Then I'm not talking to you.
I guess we're at an impasse.
I guess we are.
For the love of everything, just slay her already. Or drop the blade. Do something.
Stare at the princess while holding the blade.
Stare at the princess, squinting fiercely. She squints back. The two of you are going to do this forever, aren't you? You'll have to blink eventually, just...
I don't know if I have to. What if I don't make a choice? Oh, okay, never mind. For the first time, I'm gonna slay the princess.
You charge the princess, blade trembling in your hand, but you've already lost the battle. She casually sidesteps your thrust before knocking you to the
Jesus!
ground with a single blow from her elbow. We shouldn't have hesitated. But she doesn't stop there. She kicks you a few times for good measure, the pointed tip of her shoes feeling like a pickaxe against your fracturing bones, making sure you stay down. As you lie, crushed and broken on the basement floor, the princess kneels on your throat with the kind of weight you didn't think her slight frame could possibly possess. As you gasp for air, she eyes you with an intense curiosity. You shouldn't have let that fear creep into your heart. You had the upper hand. And now...
So if I just charged off the bat, do I succeed? I guess we'll find out the next time.
Is this really the best you could do? Look at you. Completely broken. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little disappointed.
She applies more pressure, slowly squeezing
Jesus.
the rest of your life out of your lungs. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Chapter 2. Oh, you can't escape chapter 2, baby. You can't escape
You're
it.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay, no. I'm so happy that's still an option. She's gonna kill me again. But I died, what am I doing here?
I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer your second question, you're here to slay the princess. I literally told you that a second ago. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best. You know I can hear you. What does it matter what he knows? There's nothing
The voice
we
of the
can do
broken.
to stop her. She's just going to kill us again. She is not going to kill you unless you let her. But slaying the princess and saving the world is going to be much more difficult than it has to be if you spend the whole time second-guessing yourself.
Okay, let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really happened. Why should I listen to you? We're just gonna go to the cabin.
A warning. Before she will lie,
Yeah,
we might
she's,
as well just
yep.
pledge ourselves to her and stop pretending we're capable of doing anything in this situation.
You know what's wild?
She probably doesn't even need to try to overpower us.
Is exactly what the broken is saying right now. I was planning to do. I was planning to do that. Because I was like, she murdered us. Let's go in and grovel. So it's really, really cool that the personality that's come with us is exactly what my plan was. Oh, that's fun.
Can we tone down the pessimism just a smidge? I'm not being a pessimist. I'm just being realistic. You're being annoying. Just ignore their bickering, and whatever you do, don't pledge yourself to her. I cannot stress enough how absolutely catastrophic that would... I agree. If she's wrongfully imprisoned, then we should rescue her, but if he's telling the truth, we shouldn't just hand her the world on a silver platter.
Except I will absolutely pledge myself to her.
Rescue her. Given the stakes of the situation, there isn't really a difference between rescuing her and pledging yourself to her. So please, try to ignore both of those knuckleheads and focus on saving.
All right, let's go in the
That's
cabin.
what you want.
Let's see how it's different. How is it different?
The interior of the cabin is larger and more grandiose than its humble exterior would suggest.
Jesus.
The only furniture of note is a massive marble altar with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your Why do we feel so small? We don't feel small. We are small.
Oh man, my body is reflecting the personality based on what the things that come into. So because I'm broken, I've become a small person. In stature in both ways. In stature of the hierarchy of how I feel about the situation, and in stature as in physical. That's fun. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the bed. What are you talking about?
Wipe the mirror clean.
You
It's a
reach
wall.
forward and rub your hand. We should count ourselves lucky. Some things are better left unseen.
All right, let's go downstairs.
No blade this time. Yeah. Maybe she'll be more receptive if we're unarmed.
Yeah, I'm leaving the blade.
Blade, no blade. It doesn't matter.
Crazy new doors.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a spiral staircase.
Better new
With
stairs.
steps almost as deep as you are tall. The smell of incense drifts up from below. For a moment, you almost feel at ease. Huh. This is actually kind of nice. It's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her booming voice rolls up the stairs.
Booming.
Is that a guest I hear? Don't linger on the stairs. Come down and witness me.
Yes.
You weren't kidding when you said it was booming. She wasn't like this last time. You shouldn't have come down here unarmed. We need to get down there. She wants us to see her. We need to see her.
Wow, okay.
Should we be worried about your sudden change in attitude? Just a few minutes ago, you were going on about how pointless everything was.
Yeah,
Now
I am
you want
entirely devoted.
It doesn't matter what that little voice says. He's not the one making the decisions. Though if his ramblings get you to the princess, they get you to the princess.
Continue down the stairs.
Making your way down the spiral staircase is a time-consuming and exhausting effort, every step requiring you to clamber over one edge before dropping to the next.
Because
Soon
I'm
the end
tiny.
comes into view, and you tumble to the bottom, entering the vast, temple-like room beyond. The princess towers over you, almost glowing in the weak starlight, her figure framed by a stained glass window. Her long hair billows around her, and a
That's
chain
so
binds
cool.
her wrist to the far wall.
Just gonna, once again. Yep.
The chain is nothing to her. It might as well be a toy for all the good it would do. I told you it was pointless to resist her.
The little bird has returned to me. I wonder what he wants.
She's floating.
I see your hands are empty. You've already given up, haven't you? You aren't even going to try and kill me. How sweet. And more than a little disappointing.
She's disappointed in us?
Oh no, dude.
Kneel.
Yes, ma'am. Yep.
On her
Yep.
command, you fall to the floor, knees painfully connecting with hard stone.
That's my good little bird.
Oh my god.
Now, why don't we talk?
Okay.
The last
We're
time we
fine.
met, you tried to kill me. And yet here you are again. This time groveling at my feet. What a wretched sight. What draws you back here beyond the empty halls of death? Speak.
Hi.
The last time we met? I suppose that lends credence
Let's
to our conversation.
Not
in the
read into
woods.
that too much.
Still, whatever you do, don't tell her why you're here. It's best not to give her any ideas.
I don't think I can refuse her. Sorry.
Are you serious? Just don't say anything. How hard can it be to not say anything? You haven't felt her angelic fingers run along the edges of your mind. You haven't felt her nails dig into your thoughts.
Jeez. You're supposed to end the world.
You weak-willed buffoon.
Is that so?
The princess closes her eyes in contemplation.
Something about that thought wraps itself around my heart. It feels like a fundamental truth to my being that I'd somehow forgotten.
Well, that's terrifying.
The collapse of the old is a necessary prelude to the birth of the new. And the world as it is now is overdue for alterations.
Mm-hmm.
It's time for me to seize my destiny. And you, little bird, will help me seize it.
She's inevitable. There's nothing else for us to do
I
but...
mean, I
Maybe she'll
mean,
be nice to us.
I gotta. Just because you're supposed to end the world, and nope, don't care. What would you have me do? What do you have planned? Don't care. I'm yours to command.
Your will was so easily broken. Am I that magnificent?
Yes.
All you need to do now is break my chains.
Cool. Ow.
If this is what you want, then I guess there's not much else for me to say. No, you can't just give in to her. Not when the stakes are so high. Not when you're so close. I won't let you do this.
What are you gonna do? Take over me again?
There's still something in the way. A greasy film inside of you where it
Oh, that's
doesn't
good.
belong. Trying to conceal you from me. Is that a person? No, it used to be a person. It's something different now. An echo.
Ah, we're getting the lore.
Is she talking about you? That's impossible. She's not supposed to be able to interact with me.
You're a small one,
aren't you?
Oh,
A shriveling little worm stretched beyond its limits, trying to control things that it can't understand.
No. What are you talking about? I'm just...
I don't care what you are. You're mine.
Ah!
Rise, my little bird.
Yes, ma'am.
Without hesitation, you're brought to your feet.
Break my chains.
And how are we supposed to do that? We don't even have a weapon. All you need to do is believe it's been done.
Yes. Yeah, okay, yes. I'm starting to understand how this world works. And this is fucking so cool. I have to. It's over.
There's nothing to be sorry about. This is how it was always going to be. And it is good. Alright, I'm done with this. I'm just gonna go sit in the corner. Let me know if we get our agency back.
Oh, hero, I'm sorry. Break her chains.
Her chains shatter, and the cuff falls from her wrist. She is loose, and the end is upon us.
What a good disciple you are. Come, it's time for us to leave.
What happens now?
Nothing. And then, everything.
Take her hand. Pledge your loyalty to your better. But you do not take her hand, nor will you ever. Time to leave. Memory
She's
returns.
gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror.
Just like it's always been before, it's gonna be fine. Approach the mirror. You approach the mirror. Gaze into your reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. Unraveled? Yeah. That's wild. I have feathers. You find yourself in the long quiet once again. Proceed to the cabin. You are at the cabin. Approach her.
There's a world beyond
That's so
the
good!
endless walls of the long quiet. We're supposed to be there. Do you know what we'll find out there?
Is that a rhetorical question? Do you know? There's trees and stars, and there are people, I think. Do you think anything is real out there? When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me. One of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Oh, we're getting into it now. There are trees and stars.
There is a warmth and sadness in me at the thought of people. Fresh tears on a winter's day. They are not like us. They do not last.
Do you have thoughts on this vessel?
This one is Dominance, a figure capable of bending everything to her will. She will make for a terrifying and divine heart. Do not mourn her, for she would not be able to mourn you.
Okay, let's go for that long one, because I am fascinated about this. If this is the last stage before your completion, when was that said? Whatever, we'll come back to that.
Their thoughts are quiet. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know why, but I know this for a fact.
I am on the cusp of my awakening. Perhaps you are on the cusp of yours.
Do you know what's going to happen when you awaken?
If I did, I would already be awake.
Fair enough, valid point. How many more vessels do I need to bring you?
One. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular, a final multitude.
If this is the last time, is there anything you would like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
Do you think anything is real out there?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something, but nothing cannot exist on its own, and because of that, nothing can't exist.
I'm ready to go back.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Everything goes dark, and you die. One
You're
left.
on a path in the woods, and at the end of
The
that
end of
path,
that path
is a
is
cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
All right. With that, we're gonna cut here. Only one left. Only one left. And I cannot wait to find out what it is. Thank you, everybody, if you've been watching for seconds or minutes or the entire time. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Yeah, I'm just gonna go right into recording the possibly finale of this. But this has been awesome. So much has gone into making this such an exceptional little story. I'm amazed by it. This has been truly fantastic. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you on the next one. Toodles.